My online boyfriend sent me a pic during a meeting, and in my excitement, I accidentally forwarded the message to my boss. Hubby, I haven't even gotten paid this month, I'm so broke. My boss's face darkened. Get out. There's no hubby for you here. All my coworkers thought the boss hated me and started giving me the cold shoulder. What no one knew was that after I had a dramatic breakup with my online boyfriend, my boss cornered me, sat me on his desk, and started trembling. Baby, I'm not your boss. I'm your husband. Please don't hate me, baby. I love you so much. Don't break up with me, I'm begging you. The meeting was a drag, so I decided to mess with the guy I was seeing online. I've been so stressed lately. Thank God my husband was considerate enough to run off with someone else, and the kids are so well behaved, probably because they aren't mine. He sent their sticker. My baby is working so hard. I wish you could get paid without having to do anything. Should I just buy your company? I just want to be with you at work. He was too cute. I decided to tease him. Let me see those abs, big boy. I'm in a meeting, babe. A little later? I was about to say I was just kidding, but he quickly changed his mind. Wait for me, baby. I'll take one right now. Did he mean he was going to sneak out of a meeting? Wasn't he worried about getting his pay docked? I frowned, about to tell him not to do anything stupid, when the coworker next to me nudged me. Look at the boss. He's totally blushing. And for once, it's not because he's angry. I looked up just in time to see Michael stand up, a blissful look on his face. Excuse me for a few minutes. With that, he strode out of the conference room. The second he was gone, my coworker Linda leaned in to whisper the latest gossip. I heard from someone in marketing that the new celebrity spokesperson we hired last month is the boss's girlfriend. You know, that actress Jenna? Do you think she was the one who just got him all hot and bothered? Linda sighed. But Jenna's career is taking off, so they can't go public. They've had to keep it a secret for years. The boss has it pretty rough, you know? I wasn't interested in my boss's private life. Just as I was thinking of a way to brush her off, my online boyfriend sent me a few pics. Perfect. The skinny guy I was talking to online had some real potential. He was taking the bait, hook, line, and sinker. I zoomed in on the photo while replying to Linda, well, it's a whole different world. I wish him the best. I couldn't help but laugh out loud at my boyfriend's amazing physique. But before I could properly praise him, Linda leaned over. Watching a funny video? Afraid she'd find out about my online romance, I quickly swiped over to the video feed. Yeah, I said with a grin. Smartphones are the best. When Michael pushed the door open and came back in, his face was grim. The conference room immediately turned into Silent Hill. Everyone stared down at their laps, afraid to make eye contact. He sat back down in his chair and pulled up a presentation showing last month's ad exposure on the main screen. Even though profits had multiplied several times over, he just sat there frowning, not saying a word. I got it. Bosses are always greedy. Who cared if he was happy? I was practically buzzing with excitement. I playfully messaged my online boyfriend again, hubby, let me just say, I haven't even gotten paid this month, and I'm so broke. I could only imagine how flustered he'd be. After sending the message, I didn't realize I'd sent it to the wrong person and started typing furiously in the text box, hubby, you're so hot and sexy, I want to use your abs as a slide. Just as I was about to hit send, Michael's furious, booming voice echoed through the conference room. Get out. There's no husband for you here. I let out a disdainful TSK and whispered to Linda, what's his problem now? Is he going through menopause or something? Getting old and cranky? Linda's body went rigid. She squeezed the words out through her teeth, I suggest you faint. Right now. I froze, my eyes catching a glimpse of the chat window on the big screen. A terrible feeling washed over me. I turned my head. Sure enough, my world had just collapsed. Every single person in the room was staring at me with wide eyes. A worker's breakdown can happen in an instant. I forgot to switch accounts. This is what happens when you try to be sneaky and text under the table. I also couldn't for the life of me figure out why my boss had the exact same profile picture as my online boyfriend. When you're mortified, you suddenly find a lot to do. I pretended to organize the files on my desk, but finally, I stood up, my voice trembling. "I'm so sorry, hubby, I sent that to the wrong person." "No. Stupid mouth, stop talking." This was too awkward. Maybe I should just run. Before I could take a step, I caught Michael's cold stare. Unbelievable. After that moment of social suicide, I became famous at the company. The employee group chat buzzed about me all afternoon. Did everyone get the tea on Chloe from the strategy department? LMAO, so Michael has fans now, ha ha ha. Isn't the boss dating Jenna? Is Chloe trying to be a homewrecker? Some people think a pretty face is a shortcut to the top. Guess that backfired. Maybe she meant to send it to her boyfriend and made a mistake. It was no mistake. I'm in her department, and I've never heard about a boyfriend. Never seen anyone bring her flowers or pick her up from work. Besides, even if it was for a boyfriend, how could you mix up the profile pictures? She's not blind. It just doesn't add up. Ha ha ha, what a weapon. Pretty women are always so calculating. She's probably dreaming of becoming the boss's wife. I lurked in the chat for a long time, ready to just quietly fume, when Linda went off. Looks like some of you know a lot about farm animals, because you're all a bunch of pigs and toads. Running your mouths like a bunch of clowns. If you've got nothing better to do, go lick a toilet. Stop spreading rumors. Get lost. A keyboard warrior immediately chimed in, "That's a bit harsh. Our company culture is about being tolerant. Do you have to be so aggressive? If you see something you don't like, can't you just ignore it? Linda, you get lost too. We're all colleagues here. There's no need to be so hostile, right? Can we have some basic manners?" Linda took the advice, "Okay. Please, get lost." The gossip channel went quiet for a bit, then started spreading rumors that I had a crush on Michael. That made me laugh. I typed furiously, "That's right. In my purest phase, I could have a crush on 80 different guys in one semester. Also, I have depression and I'm very sensitive. Let me spread the rumors myself. I don't trust you guys to get it right." That night, I was too upset to sleep. I told my best friend what happened during the day, and she laughed so hard she was pounding the bed. "You better watch your mouth, or he might actually fall for you. The boss will be thinking, 'She called me hubby, I have to take care of her.' Then what will you do? He seems to have a girlfriend, and you have no idea how vicious he sounded when he told me to get out." My boss's "get out" replayed in my head over and over. The more I thought about it, the more I was sure he despised me. After mulling it over, I decided to send him a formal apology. "Boss, I'd like to have a talk with you. I have a girlfriend, and I'm crazy about her. If you want to talk, find someone else. Get lost. Stop bothering me." "No, boss, let me explain." I was in a hurry and missed a word. I meant talk about the project. Right after my message, a big red exclamation mark appeared. The user was no longer my friend. He deleted me. Great. Now I've really pissed off the boss. I spent the whole night stressed out and sleepless, which made me late the next day, and I got caught by the boss himself. It was all my own fault for being lazy. I was late but still insisted on waiting for the regular elevator. Just then, the door to the private elevator next to it opened, and I came face to face with my boss. And, of course, I happened to see Jenna clinging to his arm, acting cute. The smile on Michael's face vanished instantly. He glanced at his watch. 9 minutes and 50 seconds. What rotten luck. I was almost 10 minutes late and I'd interrupted his little romance. Of course he was angry. I quickly apologized. My mistake, Mr. Chen. I won't look again. If I do, you can gouge my eyes out. Michael's brow furrowed. He was clearly not pleased. I humbly admitted my fault. And I won't be late again. If I am, you can dock my attendance bonus. No need. Boss, you're so kind. I mean, there's no need to wait until next time. He turned to his assistant. Tell finance to deduct 300 from her bonus. But doesn't the company allow us to be late once or twice a month? I've always been early before. I've never been late. Yes, I used to turn a blind eye. But today, you were so late I saw it with both eyes. Just because I caught him getting cozy with his girlfriend? Did he have to be so petty? I truly hadn't expected Michael to be this small-minded. In the afternoon, when each department was reporting on their projects, he gave feedback to everyone but me. When it was my turn, he said nothing, didn't even glance in my direction, and just moved on to the next person. The snub was obvious. Near the end of the day, my team lead tossed the proposal I had submitted a few days ago back onto my desk. Chloe, Michael rejected your proposal. I sighed. Did he say what was wrong with it? So I can revise it. He said it was garbage and unusable. You'll have to work overtime and redo the whole thing. In front of all those people in the meeting, he called my work garbage. That was too much. I bit my lip, a wave of bitterness washing over me. Docking my pay was one thing, but invalidating my work? What a malicious capitalist. At 11 p.m., I was the only one left in the department, working overtime. After finishing the proposal, I shut down my computer and posted on my social feed to complain about my boss exploiting his employees. My brother commented, "Just quit. Go have fun. I'll make money for you." A minute later, my brother sent me some travel funds, telling me to quit and take a trip if I was tired. All the emotions I'd been suppressing for days finally burst. I collapsed onto my desk and cried. My phone vibrated a few times before I slowly opened it. My online boyfriend had randomly sent me 13,140, with the note, "Good night, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Why didn't you let me clear out your cart for the big sale? You won't even use the linked payment I set up. Was I not good enough this month? Are you unhappy? I just want to spend money on you, baby." I rejected the transfer and replied coldly, "No, thanks." He sensed the coldness in my text and replied cautiously, "Did I make you unhappy, baby? Did I do something wrong? Please don't be mad at me, baby. I'm sorry. It's not you. I'm just having a hard time at work. Leave me alone for a bit. I need to cry." If I hadn't lied to him at the beginning and said I was mute, I would have called him right then and sobbed about how wronged I felt. "Why are you crying, baby? This is killing me. Baby, can you give me your address? I'll come find you. I want to hold you so bad. Who bullied you? Are you unhappy at work, baby? Did a coworker upset you? Tell me who it was, I'll kill them. Don't cry, baby. It makes me so sad." Seeing his "I'll kill them" message made me laugh through my tears. My boss ignored me in front of so many people today. It was so humiliating. He also said my proposal was garbage. I feel like such a failure, like I have no value at all. My online boyfriend was frantic. He sent a voice message directly. "No, baby. You're the best, baby. Don't put yourself down. You're amazing, you didn't do anything wrong. You're the most talented person I know. Your boss is a blind idiot. Don't waste your time on a tasteless fool. A jerk like that with such a nasty mouth will never get a girlfriend." This was the first time he'd ever sent a voice message. When we first started talking, I could never master that cute, high-pitched voice. Plus, my roommate was always on the phone with her boyfriend at night, and I hated the lack of freedom. So I made up a story about burning my throat with hot water as a kid, making me unable to speak. He actually believed me and thought I was mute. To protect my feelings, he'd only ever texted me. Now, he was so worried that he sent a voice message in his haste. I excitedly played the message. When I heard Michael's voice, I was dumbstruck. My online boyfriend was my boss? Maybe their voices just sounded similar. There's no way Michael could have such a deep, resonant voice, right? To test whether my online boyfriend was really Michael, I suggested we meet in person. We agreed to meet at a movie theater on Sunday. To avoid raising suspicion, I followed the standard first meet protocol. What color are you wearing? I'm afraid I won't be able to find you. You'll recognize me, baby. I'll be holding a bouquet of your favorite flowers. I put my phone away and saw, from a distance, Michael holding a huge bouquet of Floyd roses, looking down at his phone and texting. I stood there stunned for a full minute, and suddenly I understood why my online boyfriend and my boss had the same profile picture. But I couldn't understand how many girlfriends he had. The way he acted with Jenna was clearly like a couple in the honeymoon phase. I ducked back into the elevator and called Linda. Linda, you said the boss was dating that actress. That wasn't just a rumor, right? Linda's tone was firm. It's 100% true. I didn't really believe it at first, but coworkers have seen him take Jenna back to his villa. They're probably living together. I'll send you a pic. A picture is worth 1,000 words. What was I even hoping for? After hanging up, I hailed a cab and went home. When Michael tried to share his location, I flatly refused. Don't send your location. I've been here for a while. Where are you, baby? I don't see you. Of course he couldn't see me. I was long gone. I was furious that he was cheating on me and decided to make him wait for nothing. Yeah, that's because I'm hiding from you. Are you shy, baby? I typed heavily, let's break up. The status bar kept showing typing. A minute later, he asked, is it a good time to call? I want to talk you through this. No need. I'm not just mad. I'm sorry, baby, but I don't agree to breaking up. Baby, I really, really like you. We just have a small problem, and we can solve it. I don't want to break up. Can we please just talk this out? Baby, if there's a conflict, we can resolve it. If there's a barrier, we can overcome it. If your feelings for me have faded, I'll win you over again. If you don't like me anymore, that's okay, because I love you, baby. I really, really love you. I can find a way to make you like me more. We don't have to go down this road. Did you meet someone else, baby? Or did you just lose feelings for me? If so, can you just string me along? Give me the silent treatment, baby. Ignore me, get angry with me, yell at me, whatever you want. I can take it. I can take anything. Just don't break up with me. You can't break up with me. Don't make me go crazy. I'll cry. I really can't bear to be apart from you. I will not agree to a breakup. Don't even think about it. I'll only ever love you. I can only be your boyfriend. Is it my body, baby? Am I not fit enough? But you said you liked it. Or was it because I was a few minutes late replying during the meeting? It's all my fault, baby. I must have done something to hurt you. I admit my mistake. I'll be good. Just don't leave me. Please don't abandon me. Tell me what you're not happy with, okay, baby? I can change anything. You have no idea how happy I was when you said you wanted to meet. I was already planning our wedding in Ireland, our honeymoon in Tahiti. I had our whole lives planned out. All my money is for you, baby. You can have everything I own. I don't need anything but you. Please, baby, take back what you said. Transfer, 52-0 transfer, 52-0 transfer, 52-0 psycho. Michael should have been an actor. He was so good at playing the devoted lover. He kept sending money until I was so annoyed I blocked and deleted him. The post-breakup withdrawal was awful. Luckily, going to work the next day kept me busy enough not to dwell on the fact that my online boyfriend was my two-timing boss. But my team lead seemed determined to mess with me. She dropped a stack of files on my desk. "Go get Mr. Chen to sign these." I pointed at myself. "Me?" The team lead snapped impatiently. "Everyone in the company knows he can't stand you. I'm giving you a chance to suck up to him. Be on your best behavior. I'm swamped every single day, and not one of you Gen Z heirs offers to help me with anything. It's so disheartening." She then pretended to be busy and went back to her desk, clacking away at her keyboard. Linda frowned. She used to be the first one to run to the executive office for any reason. Now she's dumping it on you because she knows the boss is in a bad mood and doesn't want to face him herself. She's so calculating. She's really starting to give off that bitter old-timer vibe. I knew my team lead was the type to make trouble, using her seniority to boss around new employees. I couldn't be bothered to argue with her, so I just grabbed the files and headed to his office. Besides, Michael didn't know I was his ex-online girlfriend. After I knocked, his assistant opened the door. Although his assistant quickly took the files and closed the door, I caught a glimpse of Michael through the crack, his eyes red as he made a phone call. It seemed like he couldn't get through, because he kept redialing. That afternoon, a notice went out in the group chat about a dinner at 7. It wasn't until we got to the private room that we realized it wasn't just a regular department dinner. Linda whispered, "Dinner at Lakeside 9? That's like thousands per person. He's throwing a celebration for Jenna just a month into their partnership. He's so in love." I gritted my teeth. He really spoils his girlfriend, doesn't he? Just yesterday, he was spamming me with messages about how he'd never agree to a breakup, and the very next day he's throwing a lavish party for a celebrity. The irony was not lost on me. But at least I was smart enough not to be fooled by him any longer. When Michael and Jenna sat down together, I had just angrily chugged a large glass of water. Of all the luck, we were at the same table. I nearly choked, coughing a few times. Linda gently patted my back. "You seem excited. You're not a fan of their ship, are you?" I was speechless. Michael's mind wasn't on the dinner. He seemed busy with work, though it looked like his calls weren't going through. As I picked at my food, I wondered who was so important that they wouldn't even answer his calls. While I was looking down at my plate, a text popped up on my phone saying my second SIM card had been suspended due to non-payment. I casually topped it up with $100. The moment the payment went through, my phone dinged several times with missed call notifications. They were all from the same area code. Probably a scammer. I was about to block the number when my ringtone suddenly blared through the quiet private room. "Does the accordion still play on 6 Star Street?" The sound nearly scared the soul out of me. As I fumbled to mute my phone, the call ended and was immediately redialed. Were they this persistent about scamming me? Furious, I answered the call and whispered, "I'm a minor. Can you please not try to scam me?" The words had barely left my mouth when I heard Michael's trembling voice. "Found you." I looked blankly at my boss, who was sitting a few seats away. My brain went ding, and I suddenly realized my cover was blown. I had been so careful to block his number. Who would have thought he'd use so many different numbers to call me? My team lead, who had no idea what was going on, frowned and snapped, "Chloe, can you please be aware of the situation? The boss is still trying to make a call, why are you answering your phone? The boss hasn't even spoken, why are you interrupting? What's with all the noise? Don't you know how to mute your phone? You. Shut up." The team lead thought she was being clever, but Michael's sharp rebuke cut her off. She lowered her head in embarrassment. And I was embarrassed because my cover was blown. Now I truly understood what it felt like to be on pins and needles. I pretended to be calm and picked at my food, planning to eat my fill before making a run for it. But whenever my eyes landed on a dish, Michael would precisely turn the lazy Susan to place it right in front of me. Jenna, sitting next to him, didn't notice these details. But I was freaking out, feeling like someone was about to grab my hair and call me a homewrecker any second. I really had to get out of there. I downed a glass of wine for courage, then quickly stood up to make a run for the restroom. I hadn't taken 2 steps out of the private room before Michael followed me. The door closed behind him, blocking out all prying eyes. The hallway was empty. He grabbed my wrist. "Baby, I spent all last night thinking. When you broke up with me, I realized I was the problem. I'm quiet, boring, and not good at starting conversations. I have so many flaws, but I'll work hard to change. If you think I'm dull, I can watch stand-up comedy. If you think we don't have enough in common, I can learn about everything you're interested in. Please believe me, baby. Give me a chance, okay?" Even though I knew my cover was completely blown, I decided to play dumb. "Mr. Chen, I don't understand what you're talking about." "It's okay. If you don't understand, I can explain it slowly. Can you please add me back as a friend first, baby?" "Mr. Chen, have you forgotten? You're the one who deleted me." "Baby, I'm not Mr. Chen. Please don't call me that, okay?" I stared at him without saying a word. He gave a bitter smile. "You don't want to acknowledge me. You want to pretend you don't know me. That's fine, baby. Just don't leave me." Who was he putting on this pathetic act for? Wasn't one girlfriend enough? A breakup is a breakup. I wasn't asking for your opinion, I was just telling you. Michael, I am sure I want to break up. Nothing you say can change that fact, and it's pointless. His eyes darkened as he looked straight into mine. You really want to break up? Is there no room for discussion? No. Why, baby? He was my boss, after all. I couldn't just tear him a new one and ask why he was stringing me along online when he had a girlfriend in real life. I shook his hand off. Because I hate you. His eyes welled up, his voice thick with emotion. That's okay, baby. I like you. I was really something else, making my boss cry. During the 8-second stare down, the hand I had forcefully pushed away reached back out, carefully taking my fingers in his. But I love you. You were the one who told me to get out in the conference room. You were the one who rejected the proposal I stayed up all night to write. You were the one who docked my pay. From the moment I knew you were my online boyfriend, I could never love you. And when you call me baby, it makes my skin crawl. I pulled my fingers back from his touch and took a few steps back. My stance on the breakup will not change. I hope you understand that, Mr. Chen. I was the one saying these harsh words, but for some reason, my nose started to sting. I fought back tears. If you keep clinging to this, I will resign. He was stunned into silence by my words. I turned and rushed toward the elevator at the end of the hall. When the elevator doors opened, I saw my brother, Alex, inside. I lost control and threw myself into his arms. My brother gently patted my back. Why are you crying? Did you get fired? What makes you say that? I just saw your boss. Wasn't he crying too? Is the company going bankrupt? No. Then what's a grown man crying for? He'll cry all his good luck away. I sniffled. But I'm crying too. Okay, I'll buy you some candy. The elevator reached the ground floor, and my brother put a slight arm around my shoulder. Want to get another bite to eat? I just ate. It was a company dinner. But you didn't eat enough. You saw right through me. As we walked to the parking garage, he answered his phone while opening the passenger door for me. I'm leaving now. I'm not kidding, I was here. What other girlfriend? What are you thinking? I'm taking my parents' little girl home. Yeah, she was at a dinner here too. My sister's upset. I have to cheer her up. After my brother hung up, I immediately jumped on the gossip. Sister-in-law? Then I reconsidered. No, too soon. I should say ma'am. You might not even be able to marry her. Alex smiled and lightly tapped my head. She's the one. If I can't marry her, I'll really have to be a bachelor for life. After his first film won an award, my brother started spending all his time on set, working on new projects. I had no idea when he'd found a girlfriend. I teased him, "Which actress is it?" "The prettiest one." "A pretty actress who was also at Lakeside 9 tonight?" For some reason, I thought of Jenna. She was so beautiful it was hard to look away. When I found out Michael was dating her, besides the anger of being deceived, I mostly felt insecure. I didn't think I could compare to her. My brother's face was practically creased with smiles when he talked about his girlfriend. "Don't tell Mom and Dad yet. When she's ready, I want to introduce her properly." "Oh, in that case, my hush money." My brother was in a great mood, grinning. "I'll transfer it to you later." Then he casually asked if I had been fighting with my boss and if I had been bullied. I stared out the window at the passing cypress trees and made up my mind in an instant. "Alex, I'm quitting tomorrow." After emailing my resignation to HR, I coordinated the work handover with Linda. The next day, I went straight to the office to pack my things. My brother was worried I couldn't carry everything, so he came upstairs with me. It happened to be the time for our department's weekly meeting, so all my co-workers were in the conference room. My brother ordered coffee for my department, and I put little farewell notes on them. While he helped me pack the knickknacks from my desk into a box, I said my goodbyes. After we packed up and left, we ran into Michael in the hallway. His tone was a bit cold. "You're leaving?" "Yes, I submitted my resignation last night." "I don't approve." "Boss, I'm just a junior employee in the strategy department, not a key executive. The resignation process doesn't require your approval." So whether he approved or not, my resignation was already finalized. His eyes were locked on me. "Why are you leaving?" "I haven't been bothering you." "Yesterday in the elevator, you hugged him, I saw it." "But I held back. I didn't rush over. I didn't make things difficult for you. I listened to you. Please don't go, okay?" I looked at his red-rimmed eyes and firmly shook my head. My brother stepped in front of me. "What do you care if she leaves? Is your company on a public road? Mind your own business." He seemed not to hear my brother, his eyes just filled with hurt when he saw me shake my head. "Do you really have to stay so far away from me? Don't I even have the right to look at you from a distance?" The more he spoke, the more aggrieved he sounded. Why did you suddenly stop loving me?" The bloodshot veins in his eyes were clearly visible. I suddenly had the illusion that I had wronged him. I lowered my head and bit my lip. "I'm sorry, please let us pass." My brother held the box with one hand and wrapped his free arm around me. "Let's go home." As he spoke, Michael lunged forward and tore my brother's hand away. His voice was low, laced with anger. "She's my wife. What right does a homewrecker like you have to take her home? Did you seduce her? How could she possibly like you?" My brother slowly put the box down and grabbed his tie. "You can't keep an eye on her, so you blame someone else? And you two broke up. She doesn't like you. Can't you have some dignity and let go? I'm her boyfriend. I'm the main one. Have you no shame? Why would you be the other man? We'll get back together. Who are you to take advantage of the situation? She's mine. Don't even think about stealing her." In the blink of an eye, the two of them were scuffling. My only goal was to get away from Michael, so I didn't bother explaining that there was no other man and that this was my brother. Now that they were fighting, I rushed forward to stop them. It was no use. Michael, like an out-of-control bull, punched my brother. I burst into tears. "He's my brother. Michael, you dare touch him again." I had just finished speaking when I heard the clack-clack of high heels. Jenna came running over, hugged my brother tightly, and started crying as she touched the bruised side of his face. "Does it hurt?" Alex looked like he'd been petted by a goddess, smiling foolishly as he wiped her tears. "I'm not crying. It doesn't hurt." "Huh?" Did my brother steal Michael's girl? Or was my brother the side piece? But contrary to my theories, after calming my brother down, Jenna turned to Michael, her voice choked with sobs. Brother. What are you doing? He's my boyfriend. Why did you hit him? What did he ever do to you? After a moment of mental gymnastics, I finally processed it. Jenna and my brother were a couple. I looked at Michael, stunned. You're not her boyfriend? My brother lightly patted the back of my head. Watch your words. Michael's hair was still messy from the fight with Alex. His eyes were tinged with red. I will only ever be your boyfriend. I only like you. I feel like your brother is kind of a simp. Is he always like this? I don't know. This is probably his first love, so it hits harder. The two of them were whispering a little too loudly. Michael looked up at Alex and said softly, "My bad, brother-in-law. I was impulsive just now. You can hit me back." What was he saying? Who was his brother-in-law? I blushed and was about to pull my brother away, but to my surprise, his attitude did a complete 180. He replied politely, "It's okay, brother-in-law. We're all family. A little roughhousing is a sign of affection. Listen to this." My brother was ready to be married off. Alex. What are you talking about? How are we family? My wife's older brother, how is that not family? You. Can this lovesick fool be recycled? They were family, so I just leave. I was about to bend down and grab the storage box from the corner when Michael beat me to it. He then took my hand. Brother-in-law, Chloe and I have something to talk about. The office door closed. He sat me down in his swivel chair and knelt on one knee before me. Last night when I saw you hugging him, I was terrified. I was afraid you'd fallen for someone else. I was also a little angry that we had just broken up and you'd already found someone new. But then I thought about it all night, and I realized it didn't matter. I just like you too much. Even if you cheated on me, I would pretend not to see. But now, I'm so happy. You don't like someone else. You said you hated me that day, and I've reflected on it a lot. What I said in the conference room was rude and classless. Docking your bonus was petty. But please believe me, I never thought your proposal was bad. The proposal you were told was rejected and needed to be redone never even reached my desk. Last night, when I found out who was behind it, I had her terminated immediately with a severance package. Also, you said you didn't like it when I called you baby, and I've been trying to stop. I'm not that bad, am I? No wonder Linda told me last night that the most hated person in the department had quit. In my haste to explain, I instinctively stood up. No, that's not it. Boss, I said I hated you not because. Before I could finish, Michael pulled me onto his desk. He leaned in and hugged me tightly. Baby, I'm not your boss. I'm your husband. Please don't hate me, baby. I love you so much. Don't break up with me, I'm begging you. If you don't want to see me, we can go back to being an online couple. As long as we're not apart, I can accept anything. I could feel his body trembling as he spoke. When I felt a dampness on my neck, my heart felt like it had been pricked. Michael, was he crying? I quickly tried to comfort him. Don't be sad. Let's get back together. He stood up and shook his head, his eyes wet. That's not enough. I need you to be with me. He made me laugh. Close your eyes. Are you going to run away? Although he said that, he obediently closed his eyes. I moved closer, wrapped my arms around his neck, and kissed his right cheek. He smiled with his eyes closed and pointed to his left cheek. More. I went off script, my eyes fixed on his lips. After a few seconds of hesitation, I slowly leaned in and pressed my lips against his. I pulled away almost as soon as we touched. He opened his eyes, wrapped his arms around my waist, and held my chin to kiss me. His kiss was deep, leaving me breathless and dizzy. My back arched uncomfortably. Sensing this, he let go, and just as I was catching my breath, he lifted me up and pressed me down onto the soft leather sofa. I closed my eyes, thinking he was going to continue kissing me. Instead, he stopped to massage my lower back. Embarrassed, I turned my face away. "Baby, look at me." I pretended not to hear, refusing to cooperate. It wasn't until I heard a low, husky laugh in my ear that I opened my eyes. He had somehow rolled over and was now kneeling in front of me, kissing my neck while massaging it. "Still sore?" Michael's kiss was fierce. By the time he finished, my lips were slightly swollen. It took me a while to find my normal breathing again. I wasn't finished with what I was saying earlier. Actually, I said I hated you because I was angry. I heard you took Jenna home, so I assumed you were living together and misunderstood your relationship. And you're so cold to everyone else but so nice to her. I was convinced you had a new girlfriend behind my back and thought you were a cheater. That's why I was so determined to break up with you and get away. I'm sorry I thought such bad things about you. Michael's ears were red as he stared at me intently. I am pretty bad. For example, just now I almost stuck my tongue in your mouth, baby. Afraid he'd say something even more outrageous, I quickly covered his mouth. Michael, I'm trying to explain that I don't hate you. Really? He nodded, his eyes locked on me. Now we were probably going to have a serious talk. I relaxed and let go of his mouth. He smirked. Right. You hate the boss, but I'm your husband. My heart pounded when he called me that. This is the office. Watch what you say. Okay. Everything was cleared up. I picked up my little box of belongings. I'm leaving. He immediately became alert. I was just kissing you so passionately, and you're trying to give me a kiss off? He made me sound like a heartbreaker who kisses and tells. As I opened the door, I replied, I'm going back to my desk. A smile returned to his face. Okay, hubby will walk you. Michael. Someone will hear you. He took my box and whispered in my ear, hubby loves you. Michael kept calling himself my husband at work. To teach him a lesson, while he was out at a business dinner, I deliberately found a mirror selfie from the gym in my photo album, one showing my toned abs with a blue butterfly belly chain. A minute later, I received 2 messages. Wifey, I'm at a business dinner and I've had a bit to drink. You can't do this to me. Can you give me a heads up next time you post a treat like this? I'm out, and I'm afraid someone will see. I replied, what do you mean? You're ashamed of me? No, baby. That's not what I meant at all. I just don't want other people to see. You're too beautiful, baby. I treasure you too much. You have no idea how much I like you, baby. At the same time, a message from Linda popped up. I swear I didn't mean to. I was just going to the restroom and walked past the boss, and I saw him looking at a sexy picture. Given that Jenna is his cousin, who is this woman? Who is the boss's girlfriend? I'm so curious. Linda had secretly taken a picture of Michael from the doorway of the private room and sent it to me. His neck, cheeks, and ears were all red. The boss is so hot, a total dreamboat. Who's the lucky one? But honestly, the boss's girlfriend has an amazing body. Even as a woman, I'm obsessed. Wait. Chloe, don't you have abs too? I think I remember seeing them when you wore a crop top. Afraid she'd figure it out, I quickly tried to mislead her. Could it be a guy in drag? Mind blown. Now that you mention it, that's actually possible. The boss has a face that could attract anyone. He definitely gives off top energy. I misled her that night, and the gossip spread like wildfire the next morning. I had just sat down at my desk when I heard coworkers discussing Michael's sexual orientation. The boss is into men. There must be hundreds of heartbroken women in this company now. What's going on? All the hot guys are taken by other guys. What are we supposed to do? No wonder the boss made a point to clarify his relationship with Jenna. Was he afraid people would think he likes women? I wonder which handsome guy the boss has his eye on. Could it be someone from our company? The boss has a commanding presence and an aggressive way of speaking, which makes sense since he's a top. Ha ha ha, you have to admit, with his looks and that body, he'd be amazing as a top or a bottom. Seeing the rumors spiral out of control, I, the creator of the rumor, felt compelled to speak up. As a woman, I'd just like to say. But before I could do any damage control, I saw the boss striding toward me with a menacing look. He stopped beside me and pulled my hand, his voice full of grievance. Wifey, someone at the company is saying I'm gay. You have to do something. The moment Michael finished speaking, a wave of gasps swept through the office. Countless curious eyes appeared at the windows. As the person responsible, all I felt was deep regret. Why did I have to provoke him with my big mouth? Co-workers started whispering to each other, and the scene descended into chaos. I braced myself. What I meant to say was. I turned him straight. Linda couldn't hold back her laughter. So you didn't let him off the hook either. After that battle, I became a legend at the company. Now, whenever people see me, they say things like, so that day in the conference room, when one of you was calling him hubby, and he was telling you to get out, it was just your little game. You two are quite the actors. You were so convincing. I really thought you had a slip of the tongue, but it turns out you were being sincere. So you two had fun playing your little game, didn't you? The whole company believed you barely knew each other. Now I feel like a total idiot for gossiping in the break room about you trying to get the boss's attention. And I felt like an idiot for trying to hide my identity as the boss's girlfriend by cleverly starting a rumor that he was gay. At 10 p.m., my brother video called me just to laugh at me. Sis, why are you going around telling people your boyfriend is gay? I didn't go around telling people. I swear I didn't. How was I supposed to know a rumor could spread so fast overnight? Wait, how do you know? It's not just me. My brother must have had a little to drink. He was a bit tipsy, slurring his words. What? My brother-in-law knows too. He's on his way to see you. He should be there soon. He then slapped his forehead. Oh, right. I think I might have said something I shouldn't have. Alarm bells went off in my head. What did you say? I told him about the essay you wrote in high school about your crush that got published. I was just trying to praise you, let him know how amazing my sister is. This was bad. That essay I wrote was about a hazy, first love kind of crush. The phone call had just ended when the doorbell rang. Michael was waiting at the door. I hesitated for a few minutes before slowly opening it. What are you doing here so late? You. He stepped forward and silenced me with a kiss. It was fierce and overwhelming. He lifted me with one arm, closed the door with his free hand, and then cupped the back of my head as he pressed me against the wall. Baby, how do I prove I'm a normal man? His cool hand slid onto my lower back, his lips trailing down my neck, his warm breath fanning across the skin behind my ear. I hunched my shoulders, trying to dodge his kisses. Don't hide, baby. I haven't even started yet. I looked down. I was wrong. I shouldn't have spread rumors that you like men. You did nothing wrong, baby. It's my fault for not making you 100% sure of my sexual orientation. I pushed against his chest. Put me down. He didn't seem that angry and obediently set me down. However, that only made it easier for him to take off his suit jacket. I was planning to take it slow. But since you have these concerns, baby, that's okay. I can put in a little effort. It just means you'll have to adjust your sleep schedule, baby. You'll be sleeping during the day. I don't have any concerns. You don't need to prove anything. His teeth gently bit my earlobe, and I couldn't help but let out a small cry. Michael undid his tie with one hand, his gaze intense and predatory. So, baby, can you tell me who you had a crush on? I don't remember. His tongue traced a path along my neck as he lifted me and laid me on the bed. It's okay, baby. I'll give you a hint. He recited the lines from my essay word for word. He said he wanted to be a wandering swordsman, so I would become a gust of wind, following behind to protect him. Baby, it sounds like you like them wild. He wound the discarded tie around my wrists, loop by loop. He grabbed my wrists and pulled, and my whole body lurched forward, crashing into him. He squinted, his eyes burning into me. Baby, if you'd told me you liked them wild, I would have dropped the act sooner. That night, his lips traveled from my forehead all the way down to my ankles. I was so exhausted I didn't even have the strength to call him a bastard before I drifted off to sleep. In my dream, I saw myself sitting at my desk, fuming and cursing my boss. She said, I hate my boss. I love Michael the most.